So, in every TED Talk, they start by bringing up an issue, talk about a problem, and research around the issue, and then present potential solutions based on that information. And so, that's the format I've kind of chosen to follow today. When I was reading through the prompt of this assignment, I actually started thinking about how we can get people to start eating more fruits and vegetables. Because people know that fruits and vegetables are good for them, but still somewhat, for whatever reason, they make the decision to not eat as many as what they need. And I'd consider it pretty much common knowledge that if you want strong bones, you take in more vitamin D, eat vegetables, get protein, and the fish and nuts and things like that are good for your heart. And if you need help with digestion, you eat foods high in fiber, and fruits and vegetables have fiber, and nuts and grains. And we even have research about how what you eat now, your nutrition affects how you age, and it affects the function of your body not only in the moment, but as you get older too. So we know about long-term effects, and there's even some things that they're thinking could help prevent dementia, like fish and whole grains and just fresh produce. So, and of course, your body is one whole unit, so if you're treating your body with nutritious food, that's going to have an impact on how you live your life and have an impact on your mental health as well. So, like I said, it's not only about how your body is now in the moment, but it affects you long term once you set up a habit. So, if these things are pretty much common knowledge, why don't people eat them? I think part of it is the price. Foods that are cheaper in quality cost less, so it does take more money to eat healthy. And because of that, healthy produce and fresh fruits and vegetables aren't available to everyone. And the other thing is convenience. I view this more as a cultural or a societal standard of living. We just move faster in our country. And what we've talked about in other assignments is that in other parts of the world, people don't have the same health issues that we have in the United States. I think part of that is because, we buy foods at the grocery store and leave them in our pantries for 6 months and then eat it when we get to it. We don't, purchase fresh produce because it goes bad quickly. It requires more frequent grocery shopping and more frequent cooking at home. And those are just things that not many people in our country do anymore. So, to buy fresh food, it just means more work, more time, and more money. So, people know it's better for them to eat fresh foods, but with those barriers given, how can you encourage them to invest more effort and money into what they choose to eat? If they already have the common knowledge, we all know that fruits and vegetables are good for us. What can we do to encourage more healthy eating? So the first thing I thought of was marketing. Because we already have the information, we know it, and unfortunately, science and research is not enough to convince some people. So you have to sell it, right? And a good example of this would be like a mandarin orange or a cutie. Which one do you want to eat? Which one is your kid going to be more inclined to show interest in? And it serves the same purpose. Things like that and bananas that have their own natural packaging are easy to take on the go and could be an easy thing to incorporate into a regular diet. So I think if we started advertising healthy options with more descriptive words, more creative characters, maybe they could sell more frequently. Kids are going to be more drawn to that too, and parents sometimes do give in to what their kids want. So another thing I thought of was that we don't see advertising for apples on TV, but I remember growing up watching Saturday morning cartoons or my 30 minutes after school. There would be commercials for like sugary cereal and like fruit by the foot, things like that, but I don't know that I've ever seen an ad encouraging me to eat something good for my body. And I actually did a Google search to try to find some advertisements or commercials for fruits and vegetables. and I took a screenshot of it, and I'll put it in on this post, because an ad for Fruit Gushers popped up before an ad for actual fruit did. So that was interesting. Another thing I think we can do to encourage people to eat healthy vegetables and fruits, fresh produce, is just to start kids when they're young, set an example, and get them involved in making those decisions about their nutrition. So taking them to the grocery store and teaching them about what's good for them, what's not, and including the family in the meal, I think, is also important. To just raise a new generation of people who are aware of what they're putting into their bodies. So teaching children how to cook and sitting down together, preparing a meal, eating that meal together, I think would be helpful in getting people to purchase more fruits and vegetables. So I think that could also tie back into the marketing too. If you see a happy family at the dinner table together, maybe that could help sell some fresh produce. So I hope this was helpful for some of you, or if you have any more suggestions, let me know.